Alright, welcome back everybody, Aesop Grimm here, and this is the continuation of our Endless Space 2 tutorial where we're learning the tutorial, we're trying out the tutorial. And let's get the timer started. This is going to be the last episode for this tutorial, partly because we have an unknown empire that's closing in on victory. More communist fists. And, but mainly I did find out the answer, guys. Check this out. When you click on a system that you've colonized, this is DECISIVE, I'm sorry. And you have planets, other planets that are colonizable, you just add them to the construction queue. Let's put it second. So we would add that. We would come down here. And all of these are colonizable. Would we do that right away? Would that be smart? I don't know if it would or not. I would want to get this one first. This has a magnetic field on it. What does that do? -1, -1, -2. It's a detrimental. It's a malice. Later on, technology can reduce that malice, can get rid of it. Alright, colonize, colonize, colonize. What were our other systems over here? I guess this doesn't count as our system yet because they're in the process of assimilating. I don't think they've totally assimilated yet. You have access to simple interactions with this minor civilization, but they will not share their resources. The minor civilization will provide you with most of their resources. Okay, we're moving through this. Oh, that's right, we have to achieve this. Okay. Down here in Dill, then we're not going to be able to do anything here either because we have an open quest to assimilate them. But I think this one we've assimilated. Oh, you know what? You can tell because the blue. See, these are gray. But when they're blue, they're ours. So we can add this. And none of this really matters because this is going to be the last episode for this chronicle. So we're going to open up a Chronicle 2, also calling it Let's Try the Tutorial. It'll be Let's Try the Tutorial Chronicle 2. And we'll see how things go then. I'm not ready to start an official series is what I'm saying. I still have stuff I feel like I need to learn. Okay, let's go ahead and end turn. Research is complete. High energy magnetics. Let's go to the text screen and what would we have down here? Hyperion magnetics for beams and lasers. Missiles, improved fusion torpedoes. Anything else that affects missiles? No. Fleet shielding. Gets us battle tactics set. Defense module, support module. Titanium electroplating. Battle tactics set, defense module, and support module. What does this do? Conqueror of foes. This would be a deed. Be the first to win 10 battles. We're at 3 of 10 right now. I want the torpedoes. Advanced fusion power. There we go. That's going to take 8 turns. Technology unlocked in military quadrant. So I guess we have access to new weapons and stuff. Oh, we have a battle at TALITHA. Oh man, we're gonna whoop them too. We should. I want... What kind of weapons are they using? They're using projectile. I started to say kinetic again. So we're gonna take barrage fire. We outnumber them pretty badly. Alright, let's fight barrage fire versus shield wall. They did take the correct tactic against us. Battle of TALITHA. Maybe it's TALITHA. They have one ship. Weapons platforms deployed, shields up. Torpedoes away. Oh. And that's all she wrote. Yay, us. Can we attack them? Yeah, we can attack them again. Oh, this is the battle at Dill. No, I don't want that. I want to retreat. Yeah, confirm. Oh, did I lose it? I think I lost it. Yeah, that stinks. Okay, well, c'est la vie. Research complete, high energy magnetics. God, that was fast. Let's move back over to industry and grab... Well, we could go into tier 3 over here, it looks like. No, maybe not. Not yet. It's grayed out. We would have to get this. +1 resource generation on strategic resource deposit. Plus marketplace. Astro finance. You get increased dust. Over here we get increased approval. And we would be able to colonize ash planets. Well, I can't grab these until I grab this, so we'll grab this. Which is a big boost to industry, it looks like. Military ship prices decrease. Latest political survey, industrialists remain strong. Religious and scientists are battling it out for who holds the second position, because this is a two-party system. What do we got here? 20% versus 21%. Man, that's really close. Militarists have now surpassed ecologists and are just behind pacifists. Okay, end turn. New event Slingshot. Your fleet enters the system Quarius and has barely slowed from super light speed when a belt of rocks circling one of the planets starts to peel off and head towards you on a carefully calibrated collision course. With your current inertia and momentum, unfortunately, a course change is impossible. We can study it. Negative 20% fleet health on fleet for the second Vanquisher's Navy. Or we can destroy it. Negative 2 movement points. Build up your defenses and pulverize the rocks. Perhaps you'll be able to gain some resources. Yeah, it seems like something our empire would do. I would actually like to study it, but if I roleplay this, I think this would be it, the way to go. It appears that an intergalactic congress of scientists has turned into a labor dispute. They have come to the conclusion that their work is grossly underappreciated and plan to halt all experimental efforts. Until their wages improve, their lab equipment is upgraded and their work reported more professionally. If we ignore it, who cares about science? You prefer to spend your efforts on rewarding industrial workers and practical results. Neg 20 science on systems, but plus 30 industry on colonies. Or if we react, okay, maybe it's time to do something. It's better to spend a little money than to see your knowledge and research talents dwindle and disappear. So it's going to cost us dust, but I think this is the way to go. And we gained more population. Alright, we lost that explorer vessel down here. I'm not really too interested in replacing it because this is the last episode for this series. Over here, we would colonize on a monsoon planet. And I think, oh, look at how influential the industrialists are now. We have 7 representatives for the industrialists. Okay. Everybody that can is researching tech. That's a colony ship, so how are we looking over here? Isn't there an attack? Huh. Oh, this is it. Let's just give it a shot. This is the last episode. They outnumber us a little bit. Take a look at the ground battle panel. You will see there are 3 choices. Each has strengths and weaknesses, which you can discover by looking at the tooltip for the strategy in question. The battle circle in the center of the panel gives you a quick insight into your chances of success. Choose a strategy and click fight. Okay, we have preemptive bombing, guerrilla, or blitz. Ground support craft will bomb the fighting area before launching the battle. Plus 800 max damage done to defender during ground battle, plus 400 minimum damage done to defender during ground battle. So there's your window, 400 to 800. Plus 50% improvement destruction. I'm not sure what that means. Plus 50 the system improvements. So 50% more system improvements would be destroyed, 50% more population death. It costs us 25% less manpower deployment. Okay. We go with guerrilla. This is a cautious tactic to minimize losses for the attacking troops, useful when you are concerned about troop survival, plus 33% health on invading troops, negative 20% damage done to defender during ground battle. And then there's a blitz. More troops are sent to end the battle sooner, but they will take more damage, useful if you have extra reserve troops. Plus 30% manpower deployment attack, plus 25% improvement destruction, plus 25% pop death, neg 25% health on invading troops, and plus 10% damage done to defender during ground battle. Well, we should probably go... I'm not seeing any significant change right here, but I'm going to go with guerrilla. Okay, ground battle at Talitha. This is us. I didn't even see what they're dug in. We have the lead. That was a draw. Battle may continue next turn. Okay. They are dug in. If you wish to keep fighting after a draw, use the continue button. The battle will continue until one player has lost all of their troops to the death. Continue. We got the better of them on that first hit. Your fleet enters an unknown system and has barely slowed from super light speed when a belt of rocks circling one of the planets. We read this. Focusing on defending yourself, you try to destroy the incoming rocks, hoping to acquire useful resources. In an ironic denouement, the rocks turn out to be rich in useful minerals and are now floating in easy reach of your scoops. Increases militarist political ideology. There's a 50% chance of creating a major political crisis in 20 turns. Dang. Okay. Solo quest started. Lord of War. Black markets have always existed in dense urban centers within the Empire. As long as they're monitored and kept under control, they have their uses. Criminal elements can be kept busy, hidden taxes can be skimmed, and interesting contraband can be smuggled into the nation for the leadership's pleasure. However, black markets for illegal firearms is another matter, especially when it enables enemy civilizations to get their hands, tentacles, or other appendages on some of the Empire's most effective weaponry. Yeah. If you want to have an authoritarian regime, what's rule number one? Always. It's like a historical fact. In every historical instance of an authoritarian regime taking control, the very first thing they did was disarm the population. It's the very first thing that they did. And they did it through a variety of ways, by force or by convincing everybody that it's dangerous to have, we need more control. Man. On some of the Empire's most effective weaponry. The unfortunate truth is that some of your undercover security forces have unearthed compelling evidence that a gun smuggling ring is operating out of 3 of your systems. 3 of them! The leader is suspected to be the nephew of Duke Groltz, a bad apple with a history of criminal activity. What should you do? Well, we should shut it down. Assign a hero of at least level 5 on the Oslo, Heka, and Primus systems. Oh, I can't do that. I don't have 3 heroes. A healthy black economy is one thing, but arming your sworn enemies in the process is unacceptable. Besides, Duke Groltz's nephew shouldn't be free to acquire so much dust. Obtain heroes through the marketplace or the academy. Raise a hero to the required level by assigning them to a fleet or system first. Quest has failed if United Empire population falls to 0 or one of the systems are lost. Well, we've already got a hero at Primus. We would need one at Heka and one at Oslo. If we take Let Them Stay, you'll pay Duke Groltz a visit. Make sure he understands the stakes, but this little venture could help you sow unrest in your enemy's ranks. You just need to make sure the local populations remain content. Construct approval-promoting buildings, avoid overcrowding, and make political decisions that satisfy your population's natural political leanings to raise approval. Well, that's more slick. Reach 60 approval on the Asulo, Hika, and Primus systems. It's still manipulative as heck, but it's slick. I like it. We'll take that. You'll pay Duke Groltz a visit. Make sure he understands. Okay, so we did that. You just need to make sure. Okay, got it. Done. Ground battle at TALITHA. Fight. Gorilla versus Dug In. On round 2. Oh, we walloped them. Okay, we won round 2. Well, it's technically it's a draw because nobody's won, but that engagement was the second engagement in a row that went our way. It's now 230 personnel versus 195. We will continue the assault. More population. I don't think I have anything to do with ships right now. So we will end turn. Lord of War complete. The local populations were beginning to mobilize against the illegal gun shops in their midst when you discovered them. But since your fake crackdowns, the protests have died away. The local populations were beginning to mobilize against the illegal gun shops in their midst when you discovered them. But since your fake crackdowns, the protests have died away. Now with the gun smuggling operations truly underground, it's time to flog inferior arms and make some quick dust. Reward hyper packs. Oh, that's the technology that we got. Nice. Okay. And let's watch the battle. This is round 3. I think this is the last round. I can't remember how this works. Yeah, we beat him again. Battle may continue. Event end progress. Okay. Event end, 1,000,000 things I haven't done. More population. And construction complete, and it's now working on colonizing a savanna planet. That's in Primus. Okay, so we can hit end turn. Election. Oh, I don't have a... We have to go with official support. I don't have the influence to do anything else. Alright, how did it go? It looks, if I want to see if I'm reading this right, from what I can tell, it looks like industrialists and religion. Okay, so I did read that right. Established and functional. Both led by our our heroes. Okay. Species stability. With enough support, divine edict backed up by passages of malleable meaning from the Empire's most holy texts. With enough support, divine edict backed up by passages of malleable meaning from the Empire's most holy texts can help to pass a most controversial law. That only the true race of the Empire be allowed to grow. Oh my gosh! Lesser races, whatever their breeding habits, are permitted to retain their present numbers through a 1-to-1 offspring fiat. Oh no! While the original race are encouraged to multiply. Oh boy! Well, alrighty then. That's available to us. I'm not going to be putting that into effect. And we can fight. Get them. Minor victory. Battle may continue next turn. Okay, so we're whittling them down. That was not considered a draw. That was considered a minor victory. But we're both running out of manpower, so we'll see how that develops in the next turn. New event, bumper crop. You've read the reports, and it looks like luxury resource generation across all your systems is exceeding expectations this year. You can already anticipate the response from your advisors, though. The industrialists will advise you to quietly shore up the Empire's economy with the extra goods, while the religious contingent will want you to make a big show of thanking the gods for a bountiful harvest. +2 resource generation on strategic resource deposit on Empire for 10 turns, and increase industrialist political ideology for 15 turns. Negative 10% on system development cost. Increase religious political ideology for 15 turns. Who needs flags and banners? Funneling resources stealthily into the economy without making a big fuss about it is the smarter choice. If the people want to celebrate, who are you to stop them? Keeping the population happy from time to time often has a variety of good effects. Well, one of our other quests wants us to kind of adhere to the people's will, so we'll go with this. I was actually going to go with that one, but after reading that tooltip, I think I'll run with this one. Fight. Another minor victory. We have 130 remaining. They have 35. Okay. And event end on the shoulders of super giants. So that is complete. Advanced fusion power is complete. Let's go to the text screen. And let's grab the they're recommending it even. So let's grab plasma metallurgy. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, one more turn. New event, babies not booms. What is this, like controlled growth? There has been a noticeably increased birth rate in one of the systems of your empire, Heka, that identifies as militarist and scientific. The trend is particularly strong among the Harashim. Why? Your advisors say it's a cultural response to the instability of galactic warfare, while a leading analyst claims it's a reaction to the prosperity of peace. Perhaps no one really knows. Event effects grow. +1 Harashims on your system, Heka. Your advisors say it's a cultural response to the instability of galactic warfare, while a leading analyst claims it's a reaction to the prosperity of peace. I think it would be more likely this. This is actually a true statement, I believe. If you look at history, when you have a surplus of food, that leads to a growth population. And when you have a growth population, you have an advance in both technology and military might. And when you have advancements in technology and military might, your civilization grows and encompasses. It may do that in a violent way. It may do that in a more passive way. But it grows and absorbs peoples and land and stuff next to it. And so there's some truth in this statement. I just don't think your average parents are thinking, you know, in order for us to advance our civilization and absorb those dorks next to us, we need to have more kids. I don't think that's how people think. I think it's more likely that people felt like they They're doing well. There's peace. Things are relatively stable. They've got enough money to have a stable home life. People's relationships are better because not only finances, but the environment is stable, etc., etc. Oh, there's our timer. Indeed, Endless Research Park and Endless World completed. Achieved objective. Be the first to build the wonder Endless Research Park and Endless World in one of your star systems. Other empires will get a refund of their investment. Outcome: congratulations, you have achieved this legendary deed. Other empires can no longer hope to obtain it. That is awesome. So we end on a good note. And lifting the lamp, a small immigrant community is forming. Your heart swells seeing them go about their daily business. What? That sounds kind of lame. Your heart swells? What? Your empire is growing in more ways than one. That sounds a little bit too nicey nice. That wouldn't really be what we were looking at. We're just looking at get a bunch of people together under a common banner and go out and dominate. That's objective achieved. Capture, assimilate, or attract a new population type into your empire. We gain 80 influence. All right. Fight. We should win this war right here. We didn't take him out? Yeah, we did. Decisive victory. The pirate lair was destroyed during the attack. We only have 24 people left. Okay, so we win, right? The system is now ours. We have colonizable planets. This is not the kind of system I would want. Almost everything in here is small. All right, well, let's move to here. System relics gutted pirate lair. This lair of opportunists and criminals was damaged beyond repair in an assault led by the troops of Aesop Grimm. Yes! By the time the armed base fell out of orbit, preemptive strikes had disabled all resistance. That's right, ne'er-do-wells. New luxury resource discovered. What did we discover? Your empire now has Jadonics. The only known occurring anti-gemstone, the unique lensing properties of Jadonics make it very useful in advanced tools and machines. It also has many practical military applications for improving weapon systems and ship defenses. Effects within a system development upgrade. Ooh, plus 60 industry on system. Preferred by crazy punk-looking dudes. Construction complete in Primus. Oh, we colonized a savanna planet. Nice. So we got that done. Research complete on advanced fusion power. Isn't that the second time it's shown us this? Next, research plasma metallurgy. 1 turn remaining. Okay, let's go to Primus. And yes, colonized. Alright, cool. Did you know that you can easily move populations between colonized planets of the same system? Among other things, this can help to mitigate approval penalties due to overpopulation. Drag and drop pops between planets when you want to optimize your productions. Are we overpopulated? We are a little bit. There you go. That's cool. And that's where we're going to pick up in the next chronicle. Now that I know how to do that, we are way behind on our victory conditions, and it's because we didn't populate fast enough. We are 3rd place on conquest. Everybody is tied These ones that say first place, I'm pretty much everybody's just simply tied. Although we do have a wonder now. You have built 0 out of 3 required obelisks. Well, I have one that's in construction. The number of wonders you own, 1. The number of deeds you have achieved, 2. The number of quests you have completed, 8. So this, I think, is a legitimate first place for us. Everything else we're tied on. Whenever it comes to first place, we're 3rd in conquest. We're dead last in economy. And that's directly because I didn't know how to expand my colonization within systems I already owned. And we are at 3rd place in score. So, I don't really need to save it, but I will. And we're basically going to start this over again in Chronicle 2 and see how we progress on that one. So again, I'm Aesop Grimm. Thank you for coming by this channel. I hope this was useful to you. You guys want to leave me any opinions? What do you think about this game? Have you ever seen it before? During this short little playthrough, did anything impress you? Is it not really your thing? If you're listening to me say this, you probably watched the whole series, so maybe I can guess as to what you think about it. But I think it's a really neat game. I had a lot of fun with it. You have a bunch of different galaxy types, I think, that you can pick. This is just a tutorial, so there's a lot of options. Anyway, I had a lot of fun, and I'm looking forward to giving it another shot. And Chronicle number 2. Until then, though, this has been really fun, and I don't have a normal tagline to sign off on because the story is complete, but I hope all is well in your world, or your neck of it. And I guess I'll see you in that next Chronicle where that story begins. Take care, everybody.